city of Champaign is opening a new program will give a neighborhood with a troubled past a brighter future.
They are doing this through a number of safety and money-saving improvements, and they hope it's an answer to concerns people there have had for years. WCIA 3's Emily Braun is live in Champaign now. Emily, which neighborhood are we talking about?
Christy, we're talking about Garden Hills, and they hope by turning on some lights, people in the area won't feel like they're in the dark. Now, here are some examples of the difference that this would make. Sawgrass and Timberline Valley have yard lights installed here. Garden Hills doesn't. Now, this is all through a new initiative for it called SLEEP, which stands for Safety Lighting Energy Efficiency Program. And it's more than just lighting. People will go door to door asking income-eligible people what safety features they want for free. We'll tell you more about this story coming up at 7 when we switch to WCIX. For now, though, we're live here in Champaign. Emily Braun, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
A few showers out there for the little ones standing out there at the bus stop. Not too much wind, maybe even a few lightning strikes, but we're not noticing a lot of the thunderstorm activity either. But we're going to be back more around the mid-40s. We'll see those numbers rise up into the 60s by the afternoon, with winds really starting to pick up more out of the south and the south-southeast. As we head on into the night, winds will continue to get stronger, and even stronger winds to come into your day for Thursday. And that's when we're probably going to notice a better chance of thunderstorms too. Your Roofing Dog iNet Pontiac RV Skycam. Sun trying to rise, but we're not going to see a lot of it. Clouds will really dominate the day, with most of the shower activity moving out here early into the morning hours. It looks like we'll see another band and wave come through, but that will be more on into the evening and heading on into the first part of tonight. And that's probably going to be the line that we see a tiny chance of maybe severe weather coming in for us across central Illinois. Start your highs today, low to mid 60s. We're going to be much warmer for tomorrow, too. We're going to show you that in your 7-day forecast, plus the cool down that we'll have into the weekend and next work week coming up. Christy, Aaron.
Adam, thanks. Families are outraged after the feds uncover what they're calling the biggest college admission scandal ever.
The Department of Justice is charging 50 people for their involvement in this scam that offered manipulated test scores or athletic profiles to get students into elite colleges. One of the people on the list has a connection to Central Illinois. A member on the First Busey Corporation Board of Directors was one of the dozens indicted in the scandal. Elizabeth Meyer Kimmel also owns Midwest Television, which used to own WCIA 3. 11 pages of the 200-page complaint details how she got her daughter into Georgetown as a tennis recruit and her son into USC as a track recruit. Authorities say neither of them have any records of participation in those sports in either high school or college. The cost to guarantee them spots at those schools, more than $500,000, which came from the Meyer Charitable Foundation, paid to William Singer and the USC Women's Athletics Board. We reached out to Busey last night. They sent us a statement saying, quote, Busey is aware of the allegations. It is reviewing the information available at this time.
We've told you before, Illinois is dealing with a teacher shortage, and a new survey shows it's only getting worse. It comes from the Illinois Association of Regional Superintendents of Schools. A lot of districts outside of northern Illinois are finding it hard to locate qualified candidates. The survey found more than 80% of districts have either canceled programs or entire classes because of the lack of qualified teachers. That number is up 2% from last year. Some lawmakers say one way to curb this is to raise the minimum wage for teachers to $32,000 a year by 2020.
New this morning, 2 people were taken to the hospital after a crash on I-57. Happened near the I-74 interchange. Police say 52-year-old Don Geralt of Venarga was driving the wrong way in the southbound lane. That's when Geralt hit a semi head-on. Both vehicles were heavily damaged, but police believe both drivers will be okay. They say Geralt was charged with aggravated DUI and improper lane usage, and we are told that the lanes are back open at this time.
A 34-year-old man is facing a drug charge after deputies say they found 2.5 pounds of cocaine in his car during a traffic stop. From our partners at the Herald and Review, on Monday, Macon County deputies pulled over Charles Drain for not moving over for an emergency vehicle. During the stop, a canine officer alerted police to possible drugs in the car. Drain told police the only thing he had in his car was a gift for his grandmother, saying he was going to visit her for her birthday. But then deputies found the cocaine in the trunk. Drain is being held on bond.
A child is safe after being rescued from a well yesterday afternoon. It happened in Montgomery County. Crew was called to a rural address for a child stuck 15 feet down a water-filled well. A harnessed firefighter was lowered down there to rescue the child. Both the firefighter and the child are okay.
Last night, the DeWitt County Zoning Board of Appeals decided against building a wind farm. The county board is expected to make its decision based on this recommendation. The board's decision will be final. That vote could happen sometime next month.
Illinois is one step closer to raising the age to buy tobacco. A bill to raise the legal age to 21 passed in the House. The vote was 82 to 31. It now heads to the Senate, where it passed last year before being vetoed. The age to purchase tobacco is set at 21 in more than 30 cities in Illinois already, including Chicago. Supporters say it will help lower the number of young smokers in the state, but opponents like House Republican C.D. Davidsmeyer argue it takes away a person's freedom to choose.
So I think that if you're an adult, if you're 18, you should be able to make that decision on your own, and I think that goes for a number of things.
So the target age group for this bill is actually the 14, 15, 16, 7-year-olds. It's not the 18, 19, 20-year-olds. The 18-year-old supplier in the high school is the problem.
She says the plan is to take away the 18-year-old supplier so they can't pass the products to younger friends and classmates. Illinois would become the 8th state with a tobacco 21 law if it passes in the Senate and the governor signs it.
Well, that will wrap up the morning show on WCIA 3. But coming up when we make the switch to WCIX for the 7 and 8 o'clock hours of the morning show.
Kathy Sweeter will be here to talk about your money. That's coming up at about 8:10.
But before we get to all that, let's get a check of our 7-day with Adam.
A few lightning strikes and rumbles of thunder today. You'll notice a few more of them late tonight, heading into the day tomorrow, too. A lot of wind really ahead for us over the next couple of days with the spring-like warmth, and then we cool back down and become closer to seasonal averages starting out into Friday all the way through next Tuesday.
All right, batten down the hatches. It's got to be windy out there.
Yeah, that's for sure.